Good evening, friends. Today we will discuss about transfer function decomposition. Okay, so comes with the transfer function which is given by ys upon us, that is equal to 1 upon s square plus 2s plus 5. Okay, now transform this equation in a differential equation form. So this equation can be written as like this one, equation 9.26, that is the d2y upon dt2 plus 2 dy upon dt plus 5y equal to u. Okay, now we have to arrange state variable analysis in this equation. So we have to draw the block diagram as shown in figure 9.5.1 based on the equation 9.26. So according to the state variable analysis, we already know about what is the assumption. So we have to assume x1 dot is equal to x2, that is the first variable, and now write equation for x2 dot, that is the second order derivative. So comes with the equation, that is the 9.26. So we have to solve this one for x2, that is the second derivative. So take all the variables in the right hand side and only take x2, that is the second derivative, in the LHS left hand side. So solve for it. So it will be minus 5x1 minus 2x2 plus u. Okay, so they are the two different equation, x1 dot and x2 dot. And here assume that y, that is the output, is equal to x1, but here it mentioned y is equal to x2, that is the wrong. Okay, right is the x1 is equal to y, which is mentioned in the block diagram 9.5.1. Okay, so according to this diagram, we are seeing that there are two integral terms because it's a second order derivative, that means the order is 2, so the total integral will be 2. Now comes with the equation, this one, x2 dot is equal to minus 5x1. So the bottom one is the minus 5 coefficient, next is the minus 2 coefficient, and plus u. Plus u is the input variable. Now arrange these two equation in a matrix form like this one, x1 dot x2 dot, it's a 0 1 minus 5 minus 2. 0 because in the first equation there is no any x1 term, that's why 0. Only x2 term, that's why 1. In the second term, the coefficient of x1 is minus 5, that's why minus 5. The coefficient of x2 is a minus 2, that's why minus 2. Now in first equation there is no any u term, so it will be 0. In the second equation there is a coefficient of u is 1, so it is 0 and 1. The total equation which is indicated by 9.27 is the x dot is equal to ax plus bu. Okay, that is the generalized equation. Now y is equal to c into x. Here c is the row vector. Yes, that is correspond to the y is equal to x1. Yes, this one at the end of the block diagram. So according to this one, the second order derivative equation can be converted by using block diagram reduction. And lastly we have find out the state variable matrix represented by 9.27 equation. Now again comes with the direct decomposition method. The given, it's just an example by which we can use the decomposition method. Okay, decomposition, that means how we can decompose it, the given equation. So again the equation 9.28 is given in the Laplace domain, and again the method is same. We have to convert or transform it into the differential equation, and the above 9.26 is the second order, so it will be a third order because here is the s cube term. So third order equation, so we have to transform into differential equation form. And total the scenario is how to do. Here the third order, that means the total three integral terms, as the last one is the minus 24, next minus 26 term, next minus 9 term, and so on. Input again u, and output will terminate at y is equal to x1. So assume the three different variables like this one, x1 dot, x2 dot, x3 dot, and arrange all these things in a state variable matrix form. So we will obtain x dot is equal to a x plus bu, and second is the output is the y equal to cx form. Now comes with the another option, another question. This is the similar question by which we can separate these two terms as shown in 9.31, and the total concept to do That's to solve the particular these things in a decomposition can be represented by the first term in the 9.5.3 and the second term in the 9.5.4. Now, similarly, after after direct decomposition, we can find out the cascade decomposition. In cascade decomposition, the transfer function can be given in the following form. That means in a cascade form. So we have to operate each individual transfer function, just like first term started with u first integral, and after concluded with x3, then after second integral, third integral, and so on, and arrange all these three equation in a state variable matrix form, and then after we will find out the matrix, final matrix 9.34. Now consider parallel decomposition. In the parallel decomposition, we have to find out the partial fraction expansion. Okay, and these two terms, parallel, cascade, just a similar process which is already taught in the DSP, digital decimal processing subject also. Okay, so we have y is upon us equal to three different terms, three different transfer function terms. So arrange all these terms in prescribed form, just like first one, first integral, second, third, and sum all these things, we will get the output y equal to this one. So arrange all these things in a matrix form, and we can obtain x dot is equal to a x plus bu and y is equal to cx. C indicated this one, y is equal to cx can be obtained by this relation. Okay, now last one is a parallel decomposition. Parallel decomposition, yes. That is the parallel decomposition. Okay, yes, to the transfer function having repeated roots of its characteristic equations. So in this we can find out. Okay, let the transfer function is ys upon s is equal to 2s square plus 8s plus 7 upon s plus 2 whole square into s plus 1. Now comes with like this one, in which that numerator and denominator section can be classified as, in which the denominator having uh, repeated roots, that means s plus 2 whole square, so it can be written as in the equation 9.39. Now we have to draw the block diagram for 9.39, which is based on these equations. So first 1 upon s plus 1 represented by this diagram. Now 1 upon s plus 2, the bottom one, and again 1 upon s plus 2 whole square. So add all these things, which is the remaining portion of this one again. So we will obtain y equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3. Now arrange all these three state variable equations by the use of this block diagram 9.5.7, and at the end we will convert or transform it into a matrix form, that is the 9.40 equation. Okay, so at the end we get the matrix equation for the parallel decomposition which having a repeated roots, and also we have find out the output response y, that is y equal to cx. That is the last portion. And A matrix A of the state equation is called the Jordan's canonical form also. Yes. That is the complete syllabus of the unit number 2. That is the remaining portion of the 2. Now the unit 2 has been completed.